Good morning. How my people, this Reggie Rez right back at you this morning. Glorious morning. Sunday morning here. Hopefully everybody woke up on the right side of the bed, healthy, in good health. Wake up and do something positive today. That's what we about. We about doing something positive every single day, at least trying to. And we also won't forget to encourage a child today. Any child. It doesn't have to be your child. So, with that being said, let's get to our focus this morning. I'm still on this thing with the parents and having a problem with sending their children to school with masks on. And basically, this is basically what I say about going hand in hand with protecting our children. See, we're so contradictory as a society. And we always say we're going to protect our children. In so many instances. I mean, we so contradictory. I think I explained that once in one of my earlier podcasts. How could we want to protect our children, but yet in another instance we abandon our children? So how could you possibly want to protect your child but yet send your child to school at the height of this pandemic, this very, very dangerous Delta variant growing so rapidly? How could you possibly want to protect your child but yet want to send your child to school without wearing a mask? It's not registering with me. Maybe I'm slow, I don't know. But this does not register with me. And it's frightening. It's frightening because the same parents that feel this way are the parents that's jeopardizing other children and other children's lives. Not only are they jeopardizing their child's life, but they are jeopardizing other children's life. Now, I'm sure I'll get backlash on the same things I mentioned yesterday about civil liberties and everything, and I understand that. Y'all know I'm an opponent as far as having your civil liberties challenged, but it's not about us. See, it's not about us. It's about these children and the well-being of these children. You know, it's amazing to me that a parent would even consider not sending their child to school without wearing a mask, knowing what could be the outcome of that decision, knowing the ramifications of that decision. It's crazy to me. It's really, really crazy to me. You know? But once again, it's not about us. It's about our decisions in regards to our children. That's what it is right now. It's not about civil liberties or being questioned or being challenged or whatever. It's about making the right decision. And to me, the right decision would be that you would want your child and every other child that's around your child while they're attending school to wear a mask. Maybe I'm slow. I've been accused of that on occasion. You know, you know, see, this is another example of the contradiction that I mentioned so much about. We failing our children. Okay, if we could be so adamant, I mean, if these parents could be so adamant about their civil liberties and my child, I shouldn't have to make that. I can't. You don't want to make. I don't want you to make me make my child. Okay, that same child, all these children doing all this, but you don't want to take responsibility for all the crime that's being committed by a lot of our children out there. Where are the parents at with that? Where are the parents at with that? Okay, you so adamant, you so outspoken about not having civil liberties challenged. Where are the parents? You so adamant about that. Why not be as adamant about your child possibly being somebody that's committing some of these crimes that's being committed by some of our children out here? Okay, let's step up with that. I'm challenging the parents to step up to that. Step up to that. Let's get in our children's face. Let's control what our children are doing. Let's take these gadgets away from our children or monitor them. See, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I don't understand that. We so adamant about these masks and everything. Okay, about our children. Like, you so concerned. Okay, let's get concerned about our children going out here committing these crimes, but yet we sit back. Oh, that's not. Oh, that I can't talk to my child. Why you can talk to your child about not wearing a mask to school? Society now, a lot of these parents or their priorities are different. I mean, different. We could protest and we could do this and we could say this about our children or whatever, but yet we don't come out and say and come together and try to help this situation with the enormous crime problem that's happening with our children, right? We need the parents to start speaking up about this shit. Get a hold of your child. And as a community, we need to continue. We need to start doing that again. If we could come together, if parents could come together and speak so adamantly about not having a child or not forcing a child to wear a mask, then why we can't do the same, have that same energy when it comes to this crime problem being committed by a lot of children? Raise your child. You raise your child on one hand, but don't want to raise them on the other hand. Oh, I don't have nothing to do with that. That boy's out of control. That girl's out of control. Okay, she's still out of control. He's still out of control when you're telling him about he shouldn't have to wear a mask. Wow, it's amazing to me. It's amazing to me. Everything's so contradictory. This society is so contradictory when it concerns our children and the well-being of our children. Everything is so contradictory. Shit, if I was a child, I'd be confused myself. I'd be confused. As a matter of fact, I was confused when I was a child. And I had great parents. My parents did everything they could to make sure that I don't go down the negative road, right? Unfortunately, I made some decisions that was, against their principles and against whatever they taught me, right? But it wasn't because of them. It wasn't because of what they did. It wasn't because of the way they raised me. But but we also had community. I couldn't go home. I couldn't be outside. If my neighbors saw me outside at 2:00 in the morning, they was gonna holler, "Boy, you better get inside." I'ma call Linda. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the way it was. We looked out for each other. Our community looked out for each other. You know, that goes back to that old adage, it takes a village to raise a child. You know, it takes a village to help raise a child, because ultimately the responsibility is the parent's responsibility. And all I'm saying is this: if the parents today could go to these city council meetings and these school board meetings and make a fuss about them having their ability to make a decision as far as the well-being of their child going into school, then you should continue to have that same energy when it comes to children committing crime. Wow. See how that go? We can speak out about one thing, but we can't about something else. So my thing is, you would rather send your child into the lion's den, knowing that there's lions there. Okay, I'm gonna equate it like this. Okay, you got a snake pit that's possible. You know, you got snakes in the pit. You would rather send your child into that snake pit, knowing that there's a possibility that these snakes could bite and poison and possibly kill your child, as opposed to putting on protective gear and having that child sent to that snake pit. Because all it is a snake pit. I mean, the way this variant is steadily increasing and increasing. Just going to school is just them children attending school in person is dangerous. You know. But anyway, let's stop being so contradictory to our children and let's mask up. Like as I said, I don't oppose it, and I don't I'm not sponsoring it. As far as this vaccine, you get it, you don't, right? And that's a choice you have to make. But the least you could do is wear a mask. The least you could do is protect yourself and have your child protected. You want to protect your child? Protect your child. Let's stop being so contradictory. But yeah, anyway, that's it for my little broadcast this morning. Hopefully everybody has a good day today, and continue to do some good things, do some positive things, and continue to encourage your child, inner child, every single day of the rest of your life. Encourage your child. As I mentioned, you just don't realize the importance that has with a child. The effects, the positive effects that has on a child. To know that a stranger could walk up to him or her and tell them how important they are, how special they are, how intelligent they are. So with that being said, man, I'm going to close with that there. Peace, 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 peace. Do something positive today. Be back at you tomorrow. This Reggie Red signing out. Y'all be good.